Hey there, YouTube land, and in case you're wondering what I've got in my hands that's heavy as heck right now, it's the Harry Potter Blu-ray Complete collection set, which I'm going to just let you guys see a little bit here, more than me. Now, what we're going to be talking about today are Blu-ray sets that I think are literal game changers, that kind of either they brought something new to the table or they just, nobody expected these to come out. Things that I think belong in a lot of people's collections. So first off, we're going to look at the Harry Potter set. This was an amazing set. I did an unboxing of this, so I'm not really going to go into it. But the set pretty much like did everything. We had hidden compartments, digital copies. We had all types of like book versions of the film. So I just take one out to show you right now. This is the book version for year one. You open it up, and you immediately have the Philosopher's Stone on Blu-ray, and you would have the theatrical version of the movie on DVD, and then you'd have a special disc for bonus features, and then you'd have another special disc, kind of a special bonus disc that would go all throughout the series. Now you can only get all of these on this box, on the box set. You couldn't get I think up to the 5th year when it had this like bonus disc here and some of the deluxe editions, but they didn't do deluxe editions for the rest of them. Now this just didn't have that though. I mean, like if you open up like little compartments like this, you're finding books and maps, and it was just a set that went way, way, way beyond what you'd expect. I mean, there's all kinds of different compartments here that you can open up and like just check out, and which I'm not going to open up now because it's going to be too hectic, but all kinds of cool stuff. If you want to see me like redo like kind of a better unboxing of this sometime, just let me know and I will do that. But the Harry Potter set was definitely a game changer when it came to box sets, and probably to this day is one of, if not the most impressive box set that has ever been released for anything. So, you know, it's not a sculpt and mold, it's actually a kind of a reproduction of the case that Harry Potter takes to Hogwarts with him. When he's here, this is what he kind of drags along. Of course, I'm guessing his doesn't have DVDs, Blu-rays, and little things in it, but it's probably got the mat. Next up, I'm going to do these in no particular order, was the Coffin Blu-ray set. Now the Coffin sets have been really popular in England. This is where I got this one from. Universal Monsters finally put out a Blu-ray set that was amazing. I mean, like, you got a lot of great films in there. We got Dracula, both the original version and the Spanish, Frankenstein, the Mummy, the Invisible Man, the Bride of Frankenstein, the Wolfman, Phantom of the Opera, and of course, the Creature from the Black Lagoon, and in its original 3D format as well. So that was really good to get there. It's a great box set, really solid, really sturdy. Got this from England, and it was a hard one to get. It actually had sold out at the time. I'm not sure if you can still get the Coffin box sets from there, but again, really interesting stuff. Next up are more for the format than anything else, and it's the Alien Anthology and the Indiana Jones with the Complete Adventures. What makes them so special, you know, it's just that what they move towards. We went from like kind of like the big cases to the slimline cases, and now you see more, like, for good or bad, you see more of these art. You see more art, and you see like the Blu-ray things put here. And why is that? Because basically, for Blu-ray, you know, you don't scratch a lot, so it makes it a lot easier to do that and to like take advantage and utilize the space. Alien Anthology probably did it best. They did an amazing box set for theirs, and just incredible stuff put like this. And you know, this is slightly different than the Indiana Jones, which was put right into in there, but it just had a different format, something unique, it was something different. It made it really seem like, you know, didn't take up a lot of space, wasn't extra fancy, but it made it seem like a real collector's edition when you picked it up, which is always a good thing, especially when you're getting something like that. And I forgot to put my digital copies back into my Harry set, so here we go. Next up is Star Trek. And I just picked one of the seasons, 3 seasons random, the original series. This one will obviously, instead of like basically just getting a series where they put it on DVD or just shove it on the Blu-ray and make it look a little fancy, they actually gave us a choice. They give us the original option for the show or enhanced visual effects. Now, shows like Doctor Who have been doing that for years, but this was the first time you really got to see it, I think, on Blu-ray where they would give you that kind of that option, that choice, and it was really nice to see them do that. So I guess we can thank Doctor Who really for that getting done. Next up is Scream Factory's Anvil Horror Trilogy, which a lot of people tend to bypass for some reason. But you know what? One of the big things about this is that for years we saw Amityville 3, and oftentimes on VHS called Amityville 3D, which was aggravating because it was never in 3D. This one here actually put out the movie in real 3D, so if you got a 3D TV, definitely take advantage of checking out the Amityville 3D box set. Amityville 3D on the Amityville Horror box set. The best film in this series, though, Amityville 2: The Possession. No doubt about it. Texas Chainsaw was the one that we'd wanted for a long time. Texas Chainsaw 2. And we'd hoped we'd got a really good edition with the DVD gruesome edition, and we thought that was probably going to be it. You know, maybe they'd port that over and, you know, put it on Blu-ray or something like that. But they went just a few steps above and gave us Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, the Arrow edition, which, isn't that sound annoying inside? I fear it is just like a plane has landed outside my window. Anytime now. Okay. But a great edition. I mean, I love the way this is done. You get the book with a Leatherface on it. Get there the Texas Chainsaw. We got a Chop Top. Of course, we got old Dennis Hopper himself there. Massacre 2. This here included like early works from Tobe Hooper in both Blu-ray and DVD editions. A great 100-page book. Because, you know, it's not a booklet on 100 pages. At 100 pages, it's a Scholastic book. That's what it is. It has some great stuff, some amazing features, some new commentaries, great stuff like that. Definitely, it's one worth having in your collection. Next up was a Vincent Price collection. Now, there have been a bunch of Vincent Price DVD sets out before, and I don't have the definitive, what I consider the definitive big collection out there, which is the one that Arrow put out last year. That is a really amazing edition. Check that one out, guys, if you can. It's very limited, though. As this one here, Scream Factory put out one of my favorite sets, the Vincent Price collection. They did an amazing job with it. The features were great. He actually went to like a to one of those like to a TV, basically a TV studio that had filmed wraparounds of Vincent Price, doing like intros and outros for this, and he actually got those. He got some really great features on this here that nobody ever expected, or nobody even knew existed. Next up is probably one of my favorites. It's the Alfred Hitchcock Masterpiece Collection. I guess everybody that collects has this set right now. This is the limited edition Blu-ray. It has an extra film on it, I think, as well as some extra features. There is a DVD edition of it. I'd go for the Blu-ray edition if I were you, just because, you know, one, it's in Blu-ray, two, it has more movies. It's got a great book on here. We got a lot of the Master's works. Just going on here, I mean, like Shadow of a Doubt, Rope. I mean, like, and I love, again, you see it's using the book format because they can utilize that with a lot better with the Blu-ray than they can with DVD. You know, with DVD, it can in a book format. DVD scratch a lot easier, so you can get problems with that. But these Blu-rays here, just incredible the way the format's done. Really check this out if you haven't. It's a fantastic set, and if you're a fan of Hitchcock, you got to have it in your collection. Next up is one by Criterion. And Criterion are often known for pushing the boundaries and limits when it comes to how they do their stuff and getting the right masters and stuff like that done. I mean, like, and the Zadichi set is definitely no exception. I mean, they went all out with the art. A lot of people find a lot of the normal Criterion art to be kind of bland, kind of boring. And I can see that for some of the sets where they don't really, you know, it's just a picture, they don't put a lot in it. But this set here, they really went all out. I mean, we got the entire Zadichi collection on here. The only one that I didn't bring here, which I should have probably brought in, was the Bond collection. That going to Blu-ray was amazing. Though the DVD editions were so good, it's hard to really top that. But the Zadichi set just, again, they used a lot of the kind of the book format. We got a hardcover book here. It's a fantastic book with a lot of different artists. And that's the one thing that I will show you, the Zadichi set. It's the thing that impresses me most, even more so than that, is that every movie for the Zadichi set has as different artwork, and they've taken different famous artists to represent each film, and so you get a lot of different art styles, a lot of different like concepts, and it kind of makes you excited. For me, the Zadichi series, we'll start kind of slow because they're more the serious ones, and as it gets into as Zadichi gets crazier and sillier, Aaron likes it even more because I love the silly, crazy samurai stuff, and that's going to be really fun. I'm going to pick a time when I can actually have a lot of time, and me and my better half like start marathons and stuff like that. The Jacques Demy set was one that we'd long dreamed about getting, but we never really thought. We thought there would be one or two come out here or there, but we never thought we'd get a collection like this. And only a company like Criterion could put out something like this, and they did it amazingly. We got Lola, Bay of Angels, Umbrellas of Cherbourg, The Young Girls of Rochefort, Donkey Skin, and Chambra and Ville. And of course, again, another big book. Next up was a set nobody thought could ever happen. And when it did, people tended to complain. Go figure, huh? And it's the Halloween collection, complete collection. I mean, this is a 15-disc deluxe edition. Not only did they get the chance to get the rights to all of the films on one space. I mean, just think about that for a second. Nobody thought in North America there was ever going to be a Halloween set, just because there were so many rights issues for so many different companies that to get them all together, just to get them all together and put them on there was an amazing thing. I had friends that went and got the UK edition that came out with all 8 films on there, and they were like really excited because, you know, it was just having all the films together in one set, in one collection. Our spoiled asses did not. we're not happy with that, but the set here was incredible. It's well priced. I mean, some people thought this was kind of expensive, but for what's on the set, it's not even remotely expensive, to be honest with you. We have all 8 of the original Halloween films. We even have the 2 Rob Zombie films for people that are fans of those films. I'm not particularly, but it has a large fan base. So I can see them not wanting to leave anyone out. There's a great little booklet in here. But the biggest thing of all is that it also did one other thing that we did not think was going to be possible. It got the producer's cut on Blu-ray. We never got the producer's cut on anything. I mean, you had to literally get a bootleg to get that. And it was a crappy, horrible thing. You see a counter down the bottom. The picture was blurry. Nobody had a really good cut of the producer's print. And if they tell you they did, they didn't. You know, they may have worked on the AVC and stuff like that, but no. But this here is a great Blu-ray edition of the producer's cut. Not only that, but it put a crap ton of features on here as well. Stuff that we really wanted to see for a long time. We finally got it. The Halloween set. Great to finally have that in my collection. Next up is my most recent one that I got from a great friend of mine, Burger, and that was Nightbreed. Nightbreed is just an amazing film. And to have the edition that we never thought we'd get. I mean, for years, it had been like, the Cabal kind of been going around conventions and going around online and stuff like that. And it had just been like a hodgepodge, kind of like put together piece of, you know, trying to shove everything in there so fans could see, okay, this is what's missing, this is what's left out. Unfortunately, that cut didn't make a lot of sense because it just was shoving everything in there. Clive Barker actually came back to do this. So not only did we get like a really great edition, a full director's cut, the way the movie was meant to be seen, but the director actually came in and went through all the footage to give us the definitive, absolute, his vision of this film. And he gave us the theatrical cut. So for people who grew up loving Nightbreed, the original version, you know, maybe the director's cut wasn't their cut, maybe they were more, but they wanted the choice to be able to see that director's cut. That being said, a lot of people still really wanted to get the theatrical version of Nightbreed on Blu-ray. It's something they grew up with. It's something they saw in theaters, and this set here just gives it all to you. With he does his cut, plus there's even more stuff that's been cut out. That's on a bonus disc as well. There's a lot of great stuff on here. There's a full-length documentary. It's just, as far as like getting together with the director and actually working on it and getting something out there, this is definitive what. You know, this is what Criterion does. They get director approved. This literally is not just director approved. This is director worked on, and that's an amazing accomplishment for any company. So give it to Scream Factory for doing Nightbreed and getting a director done edition, which deserves just more than a sticker, director approved, because it's way, way above that. Next up is Criterion. They've done this a couple times before, at least once or twice, but getting these on Blu-ray were really, really nice. So I got to get the, oh God, what's the name of it? The other one down the road, too. There's another one like this. But Red River, Howard Hawks, and it came with the book of it, and I like that. I'm a reader. I read a lot, so having the book to read along with this, that was just as good as any special features on here. So to see them going in that direction and actually to promote reading, thank you, Criterion, for doing that, because that's a much needed thing. For some people, this is their superhero movie, you know, of all time. This is their great one. It's the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogy. And they did a limited edition of this. I've showed this one here before. A lot of great stuff in here. There's figurines in here. Just some great editions of the films. Art cards. Amazingly solid box set. Something that belongs in everybody's collection. Just some great, great stuff. If you haven't checked it out, I mean, this went on for $39 at Best Buy during the Boxing Day sale. So you could not pass it up at that price. Just a great, great price to get these 3 films. If you're a fan of the Nolan trilogy at all, I'm an okay fan of the trilogy. I like the Burton ones better. But that being said, I could not pass this up. There's a great bonus disc on here as well that I'm just excited to get into. And last but not least is the set that nobody thought could happen. Just like the Halloween set, nobody thought we would ever get the Batman 1960 series, and we finally have it. And although there were some complaints about like costs and stuff like that, at the end of the day, to get this set out with all these episodes, with all the stuff that's in here, the books, the cards, and everything like that, normally I think this went for like, he went on sale first for like $199, but normally this goes like $300, right? I got it for $132 with some gift cards on Boxing Day. And you know, even at $300, this thing is, I'd say, is worth the price. I mean, it's definitely an investment. Great, great series that I grew up on. My better half, who lived in Morocco, across the world, grew up on this series. You know, people all around the world grew up watching Batman. This was a series that nobody thought could happen. It happened. I mean, they put out, there's a standard set for people that just want to get it on DVD or stuff, but for people that wanted it on Blu-ray, there was no better way to go than this amazing set here, and it is an amazing set. So well done, so solidly packaged, and for me right now, it's definitely time for tea. The Giant Lobster Head thinks that he pities me having to put back the Harry Potter set because it's huge. And for the final word, I never thought I'd hear those words coming out of a Blu-ray box set. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And for me right now, it's time for tea. Hey. Well, this is slightly embarrassing. Here's one that I kind of forgot. Walking Dead. When they started doing the Walking Dead sets, the first set came out at like three disc, kind of like a black and white version of the pot and stuff like that. And you knew they were going to go somewhere good with it. They even had like a one that opened up, and you had like a Walking Dead zombie mask into it, which was really cool. Start of a huge Walking Dead collectible, basically a franchise of collectible things. So we have this one here. I've also got the other ones as well. I've got the Governor's Fish Tank with zombie heads, and I have the tree zombie one. Each one was impressive, but for me, the benchmark and the start of it all was this baby right here, the zombie head, which frequently shows up in my DVDs and Blu-ray updates, because honestly, this is one of the most proud things that I have in my collection. It is probably one of the most impressive things. If you walk into my house, you see it, it looks really good. And AMC did a great job. It was the start of like this whole line of like making these big collectible things like that. I mean, like Game of Thrones afterwards, they do like a Dragon's Egg and edition stuff like that. But I don't think anything beats what Walking Dead has been doing for their series. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. And this is going to segue into something else because I forget things. I'm going to say it's time for tea, but I'm sure you're going to hear that again after this. Hey guys, I got one more thing for you right now. I've shown you some Blu-ray box sets that I think are definite, that are must-haves, that are game changers, that did different things and brought collecting into a whole different aspect. But what I'd really like to hear is what you think. So either comment down below or do a video response. I'd love to see a video response from some viewers out there, or some YouTubers that can show me some sets probably that I don't have or that I haven't even thought about that you think were game changers in the Blu-ray collecting arena. I'm going to do a DVD one next, but let me know. I'll be really excited to hear what you guys have to say and to see any video responses that you have, because I always get good ideas out of there. Sometimes she's not so excited about it because then I see more movies that I want. But thanks for watching. Have a great day. And for me right now, it really is time for tea.